We're boycotting YouTube. Here's how. Now, I have no idea what's going on with the YouTube age verification. Is it allowing people to not see inappropriate stuff that they're not supposed to already see? How's this gonna work? Hopefully this video can explain it for us.
Originally, I wasn't planning to make a sequel to the YouTube is corrupt video, but here we are. But also, another thing I noticed is that if you look in the pinned comment of that video, I said that YouTube pretty much age restricted the video. Even though they didn't say they did, I'm pretty sure they age restricted. The reason is because if you do the restricted mode trick I told you, my video is non-existent.
Oh wow.
So I made a poll on if I should make a sequel. A lot of you wanted it, so here we are. Here's how to boycott YouTube.
Okay. My whole thing with boycotting YouTube is if you're a creator on YouTube, why would you want to boycott it? You know what I'm saying? Like, as a YouTuber, you have to put your ID out on the platform in order to make money and in order for them to even know if you're a real human being. You know what I'm saying? You have to put that information. So why they want to boycott it?
By the time you watch this video, YouTube is going to implement an AI age verification where AI is going to figure out whether you're under 18 or not. If AI thinks you're under 18, you're pretty much losing a bunch of YouTube features, and It's very controversial. Many people not supporting it whatsoever. Even digital rights groups have raised concerns about age verification, and the reason why we don't want anyone to share their IDs is because
if I watch a whole bunch of Sonic the Hedgehog content, I don't, but I'm just saying, if I watch a whole bunch of Sonic the Hedgehog content, the AI on YouTube can be like, you know what, you're actually not 18, you're not over the age of 18, so therefore all the stuff that we're gonna show you now, you're not an adult. So is it like filtering like that? And if that's the case, that's actually kind of bad. You know what I'm saying? Because who's to say? I don't know. What if? I don't know.
It's risky. With the large amounts of data breaches that happened over the years, there's a huge likelihood that YouTube could get hacked. Now, here's the one thing. If you give your ID to YouTube, you're basically giving in. It's pretty much surrendering. We don't want that. The main thing we have to do is just get rid of everything YouTube related. Just leave the platform, tell others to not use YouTube, switch to Rumble or any—
What? No, that is not what you should be doing. You shouldn't go to a different— I'm not gonna lie, YouTube is here to stay. YouTube is the second biggest search engine behind Google, and Google owns YouTube. YouTube is going nowhere. I don't think it's gonna be here for the foreseeable future, and I believe people watch YouTube TV more than I watch Netflix. So if that's the case, it's only going to grow and grow and grow and grow. So you might as well, as a YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? Stay on YouTube. This is where the money is going to be at. You know what I'm saying?
The other platforms that are based on video sharing, delete the YouTube app. And here's the other thing. If you have YouTube Premium, cancel it. And with the YouTuber memberships, just don't sign those up either. Even though the YouTubers do get money based on the memberships, just don't. If people don't pay for memberships, there's a huge likelihood that YouTubers could possibly swap to other websites. Like Mr. Beast's probably going to become a Kick streamer. So basically, just quit YouTube. Just quit YouTube. But there is—
yeah, I want to say, man, this dude is mad dry. 1, 2, he probably makes a bunch of money through YouTube. So you know what he's probably doing as far as what's going on is probably fear mongering, if you ask me. It's fear mongering. No, just delete everything. Just delete everything. He probably makes bread off of this, and this is probably not his only channel. You know what I'm saying? He probably has multiple channels.
One other idea, but it's probably not going to happen. And also, it's extremely risky and could cause people to get hurt physically. My idea is going to YouTube headquarters and protest in front of the YouTube employees. But I don't want anyone to get hurt, because this can allude back in April of 2018. Basically, someone decided to get a gun and shoot a few people.
Wow.
And the reason why she did was because her YouTube channel got demonetized.
Wow.
Here's the YouTube headquarters. Maybe you could just don't be friendly to the headquarters. Maybe someone who's in the headquarters will probably hear you. But needless to say, if we do a protest, just don't do anything stupid. We could just get the founders of YouTube involved, saying how privacy is important, or we could get a sign saying Susan didn't want this, which has the—
My next question for this is for this creator here, right? Do you think he would protest? I don't think he would actually protest. Why do I think that? Is because I've never seen a YouTube video from this creator besides this video, but he hasn't shown his face yet. So if he hasn't shown his face yet, like on the internet, I don't think he's gonna show it in person.
picture of Susan, the former CEO of YouTube. You know, here's the thing. One thing I noticed is that when Susan got replaced, the new CEO pretty much making YouTube unusable. We should probably overthrow him. Anywho, that's how we can boycott YouTube. The ones I prefer doing is to just leave the platform. Just don't do anything YouTube related. If you're a YouTuber, just stop making videos, maybe switch to Rumble or any other video sharing website. Just don't use YouTube. If YouTube notices a lot of people leaving, then there's a huge chance that YouTube could possibly revert the update. But because most of the people watching the YouTube is corrupt video is probably underage, there's a likelihood that they're just gonna go back to YouTube. So this video kind of defeats the purpose, but I'm just saying there may be a chance that this video will not go anywhere either. So enough about the boycotting stuff. I want to talk about updates and corrections.
Thank you. Okay, we're finally getting somewhere. Okay, to the meat and potatoes of it.
Corrections are basically stuff that I got wrong. First of all, in the data breaches app, I said that the T app is a dating site, which it isn't. It's actually a gossip site for women who want to talk about their relationships with men, dating advice. And nonetheless, T app getting hacked 4 days before YouTube announced it is pretty wild. Second, PBS Kids is no longer funded, which means that PBS Kids will most likely go defunct in a few years. All the stuff that you used to watch as a kid will probably not be a thing anymore. PBS Kids will most likely become defunct. And third, I feel like the reason why dislikes got removed was because we hurt YouTube's feelings. If you know the YouTube Rewind series, 2018 and 2019 were...
Why does it seem like, just based off of everything that this creator has presented, why does it seem like there's like a war on kids? Why does it seem like they're trying to take things and take from kids? I'm starting to notice.
Bombed with dislikes, and in 2021 YouTube deleted them, which probably gives me the feeling that YouTube has an ego, because YouTube is having the ego of a rhinoceros to the point where it has to delete dislikes so they think they have a positive image, which they don't really. I'm just gonna be real honest, they don't really. YouTube just can't take criticism, especially with their own projects. Needless to say, YouTube removing dislikes, I don't get why. I feel like the main reason why YouTube has an ego is because, you know, all those videos.
Because they're rich. What do you mean? They're rich. They have so much that the CEOs and everyone that's on top of YouTube. YouTube is I don't know if it's $1 billion corporation, but I would assume that it is. I'm pretty sure that YouTube is up there. If not, it's high, hundreds and hundreds of millions. You know what I'm saying? So of course the people that are frontlining it and the ones that make the decisions and the shareholders, you know they're rich. You know they're rich. So of course, with a lot of money, for the most part, for most people, is a huge ego. We know this, right? So if they have a huge ego, of course, YouTube Rewind 2021, and it gets the most dislikes ever on the platform in history of YouTube. Do you think they're gonna take fond of that? No, they're not. But we're not gonna delete it, because if you delete it, now you're giving it in and you're like, oh, I'm a sucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared. I'm scary. So we're just gonna take it out. But then again, who cares if you can't see the dislikes? As creators, we can still see the dislikes. We can still see them. You know what I'm saying? We can still see them. But if we have a video where it's a lot more dislikes than likes, bro, that's not a good feeling to see. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good feeling to see, and it's not going to make us feel good. So, man, it's kind of a wash. You know, who cares?
Videos saying that YouTube is corrupt or being worse. The main reason it's not getting any awareness is because, well, YouTube is just hiding it. The algorithm is just hiding videos to make sure that, oh, we don't want anyone to pretty much promote that YouTube's a bad site. We don't want that. No. So the main reason why most videos about YouTube gets demolished is because they want to keep an image that it's a great video.
Ooh. No. Let's look at this ratio.
YouTube gets demolished.
Jesus Christ. If you have 2.1, boy, this should have got like 500 hours of watch time, 20 hours of watch time, 2.1K. So listen though. This is a good and this is a bad thing. So if your video got 2.1K views, so it is pushing it because the ratio, it probably got shown to like at least 100,000 people. You know what I'm saying? It could have got like 80,000 impressions, 70,000 impressions. But if it's the watch time is 20.8, bro, that you made a bad video. That means people were clicking on it and then in 15 seconds they were clicking off. That's not YouTube's fault. You're the person that makes the videos. You know what I'm saying?
Just because they
That's a skill issue.
want to keep an image that it's a great video sharing site, even though it's not anymore. It's mostly just a way to make money. I'm just gonna be real honest. I feel like most YouTubers here are just here for the money.
Yeah.
Now for the updates.
Okay. Let's see.
Here's the thing, I read the comments in the YouTube is corrupt video, and a lot of you said that YouTube is pretty much what I said. You all agreed with me, which I'm glad I'm not the only one, but a lot of you actually gave a few information on government documents that YouTube possibly violated. YouTube's AI age verification is going to happen in the United States, only the US. The UK and Australia have already tried ways to prevent minors on accessing the internet. It was to protect the children, which it clearly isn't. It's about control. That's literally...
I mean, yes and no, though. Yes and no. Yes, it is about control because they're being exposed to things that maybe people don't want them to see, right? So that's one. But two, these kids have seen a lot of things that they should not be seen in general, like just mature content, mature things that a normal teenager shouldn't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, aside from, we're trying to cultivate a society where no one knows and no one thinks and blah, blah, blah. I'm just talking about the BS, the degenerate stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of kids that are consuming degenerate stuff that is not helping them. And it's not going to help them be productive citizens to society. Because at the end of the day, yes, Marty, yes, fight the system. Bro, you still want to be a productive citizen to society. You don't want to be rude to other people. Bro, these kids, this new generation, bro, they're going to be, bro, no manners. You know what I'm saying? So it's both good and both bad at the same time.
Why they did this. If it wasn't for control, it would actually be genuine and they wouldn't use AI responses. But either way, someone mentioned the Fourth Amendment, in which the Fourth Amendment says the following. It protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures. Basically, you can't get anyone's private information without reason. If YouTube is saying that they want your IDs because it's to protect the children, then they're really good at covering up the truth. But either who, I'm sure if a company violates an amendment, there could be a massive lawsuit that could possibly be higher than the TAP. And what I find interesting is that another document is not only from the United States, but from the United Nations. In Article 12 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, if you go to the website, no one shall be subjected to arbitrary interference with privacy. If you're unaware, arbitrary interference basically means it's kind of the same thing to the Fourth Amendment. Decisions without reason. YouTube has the reason they're doing this ID stuff is to protect the children, which they clearly aren't. YouTube just wants control. They don't want to protect the children. The reason is because with all the AI slop that shows very sensitive topics and very disturbing...
Well, if it's very... Okay. So if it's very like sensitive like topics and it's very disturbing, then wouldn't this be... Maybe it's not the right step, but it is a step in the right direction? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a step. Maybe it's hard to... What other platform on this planet is as big as YouTube? Especially in the video sharing niche on the internet. There's none. They're the pioneers. You know what I'm saying? So like it's maybe not be the right, but bro, you got to think about it, bro. This is probably hard for them. You know, this is hard for them. Like these... You got to really think about this. It's real hard. It's not. Maybe it's not the right step. Maybe they shouldn't do this. Maybe they are violating something. And if so, then they are wrong. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like raising a child. There's no manual for it. There's no manual for this.
Imagery, they should be deleted within a week. And the sad part is that YouTube still has all that. In fact, YouTube even showed orphan children starving, which is very disturbing and very concerning nonetheless. So YouTube clearly doesn't care for the children. It's just a cover-up into what they're actually doing. YouTube is trying to get everyone's IDs to make their website more inaccessible. And if the government or the police try and intervene, YouTube will just say, oh, they're just doing it to protect the children, which they clearly aren't. In fact, I'm pretty sure every website is doing it at this point. I've heard that Spotify is also getting involved, which... Wow. It's going to reach to a point where we're just going to have to read a book for fun.
Wow, we got to read books again. No, I like reading though. Reading's cool.
Not even gonna watch this video. You're just gonna read a book on privacy. So yeah, that's pretty much all the updates. Now, as for me, thank you for the support on the YouTube is corrupt video. I didn't think it was gonna get anywhere.
Ooh, 4.5K watch time. Ooh, that's a smooth 50. I see you.
But thanks. I appreciate it. And what I noticed is that a lot of you changed your profile pictures to Clippy. I'm not too familiar with why you're doing that, but I'm not switching. I like my profile picture. I'm just gonna keep it. I know it doesn't represent that, hey, I'm protesting. I just don't want to change it. Sorry.
No, facts.
And as
No,
for
facts.
the future of this channel, well, I'm probably just going to take a break. The break is in quotation marks is because I'm probably going to stop making stuff. I'm probably going to make stuff maybe once a month or once a week, but either who, I might switch to Rumble. I might try and find an audience for other websites. Needless to say, YouTube, you're not the same. I'm just going to end the video with what I did in the first one, and hopefully I don't make a third installment into this. But thanks for watching, and all the stuff I said about YouTube can be summed up by this IRL video.
All right. So, what do you guys think about this video? Let me know if my points were off. Let me know. I'm all about constructive criticism. Let me know if I said some good points. Let me know if I had some horrible takes. Peace.